All right, we are going to continue on with Kensuke's Kingdom. Yesterday we left off, they're on their trip, and today as we read, we're going to start to read about Michael's log. It's his journal that he writes in while he's on the boat. So these are things that he wrote as an 11-year-old while on the voyage. Okay? So it starts, it's called the ship's log. It starts in September 20th. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm on watch in the cockpit and no one else is awake. We left Southampton 10 days ago now. The channel was full of tankers and there were dozens of them. So either mom or dad took turns on watch the first 2 nights. They wouldn't let me. I don't know why not. There wasn't any fog and I can see as well as they can. We were planning on sailing about 200 miles a day. That's about 8 knots. But in the first week, we were lucky if we made 50 miles a day. Barnacle Bill warned us about the Bay of Biscay. So we were expecting it to be bad, and it was. Force 9 gale, force 10 sometimes. That means a really strong wind. We were slammed all over the place. I thought we'd sink. I really did. Once, when we came to the top of the wave, I saw the bow of Peggy Sue pointing straight up at the moon. So the front of the ship was pointing straight up in the air. It was like she was going to take off, and then we were hurled down the other side so fast. I was sure we were going to the bottom. It was bad. I mean, it was horrible, really horrible. But the Peggy Sue didn't fall apart, and we made it to Spain. Mom gets quite snappy with us sometimes when we don't do things right. Dad doesn't seem to mind, not out here, not at sea. He just winks at me, and we forget about it. They play a lot of chess together when it's calm enough. Dad's winning so far, 5 games to 3. Mom says it doesn't bother her, but it does, I can tell. We only spent a couple of days in La Coruna. Mom slept a lot. She was really tired. Dad did some work on the rudder cable while we were there. He's still not happy with it, though. We set off for the Azores 2 days ago. Yesterday was the best day we've had for sailing. Strong breeze, blue sky, and warm sun to dry things out. My blue shorts blew off the clothesline and into the sea. Doesn't matter. I never liked them much anyway. We saw gannets slicing into the sea all around us this afternoon. Really excellent. Stella Artois went crazy. I am sick of baked beans already, and there's still stacks of them down below. And so as we keep reading, let's think about these questions that you see. What's Michael's life like on the boat? Where are the places he's going to, right? So the first place, they just went to Spain. Think about all these places he's visiting. We'll look at them on a map tomorrow. And would you like this trip? What do you think? So in the very first entry, we had some scary moments, some really nice moments, and we lost a pair of shorts. Now let's move ahead to October 11th. Today, I saw Africa. It was in the distance, but Mom said it was definitely Africa. We're going down the west coast. Mom showed me on the chart. The wind will take us down the coast for a few hundred miles and then across the Atlantic to South America. We mustn't drift off course, or else we'll get into the doldrums. There's no wind there at all, and we could just sit there, be calmed for weeks, maybe forever. It's the hottest day we've had. Dad's red in the face, and the tops of his ears are peeling. I'm more than nutty brown, like Mom. Ooh, I can infer that means Dad got sunburned. Saw a flying fish early this morning, and so did Stella. Then Mom spotted a shark off the port bow. A basking shark, she thought. I got the binoculars out, but I never saw it. She said I had to write it down in my notebook anyway, and then draw it. I looked them up. They're massive, but they don't eat people, just fish and plankton. I like doing my drawings. My best one so far is a flying fish. I sent a card to Eddie from the Cape Verde Islands. I wish he could be here. We'd have a great time. Stella loves to chase a soccer ball around the cabin and pounce on it. She'll puncture it one day, I know she will. Dad's been a bit gloomy, and Mom's gone to lie down. She's got a headache. I think they've all had a bit of a tiff. Don't know about what exactly, but I think it's probably about chess. Okay, so let's move ahead to November 16th now. So each of these is about a month after the other. We've just left Recife. That's in Brazil. So now they made it to Brazil. We were there 4 days. We had a lot of repairs to do on the boat. Something was wrong with the wind generator and the rudder cable still sticking. I played soccer in Brazil. Did you hear that, Eddie? I played soccer in Brazil and with your lucky ball. Dad and me were just kicking it around on the beach, and before we knew it, we had a dozen kids join in. It was a proper game. Dad set it up. We picked sides. I called my side. You guessed it, the Mudlarks. And he called his Brazil. So they all wanted to play on his side, of course. But Mom joined in on my side, and we won. Mudlarks 5, Brazil 3. Mom invited them back for a Coke on board afterwards. Stella growled at them and bared her teeth, so we had to shut her down in the cabin. They tried out their English on us. They only knew 2 words, goal and Manchester United. Oh, that's 3, I suppose. Manchester United is a soccer team in England. Mom had her film developed. There's a picture of some leaping dolphins, another of me at the winch. There's one of Mom at the wheel, another of Dad hauling down the mainsail and making a mess of it. And there's one of me diving off a rock into the sea. We stopped in the the Canaries. There's one of Dad just asleep and sunbathing on deck, and Mom giggling. She's about to dribble the sunblock all over his tummy. I took that one, my best photo. Then there's one of me doing my math, sulking and sticking out my tongue. All right, apparently he doesn't like math. So think about those questions and really think about, is this something you think you would enjoy? Would you be up for it? All right, we'll see where else they travel to tomorrow, and then we get to hear what the twist in the story is.